As we take the month of February to celebrate African American History Month, we often look back through history and study the lives of people like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X, William E.B. Du Bois, Medgar Evers, Marcus Garvey, Madam C.J. Walker, Booker T. Washington, and Daniel Hale Williams, to name a few. But sad to say, I don't really know that much about them. Isn't it sad to admit that many of us know more about George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and even Paul Revere than we do about people of color? As I mentioned in my edition of Practical Assertion entitled Separate But Equal, Is It a Matter of Recognition or Respect? This is because history has been misspelled for far too long. That is, his story. As I think about those African Americans mentioned above, they are worthy of recognition and praise, but I would like to take a different path this week. And so, I would like to highlight people in my life who have made a positive impact in my life. For this reason, I want to start by recognizing these two wonderful people, my father, James Bradley Sr., and my mother, Ruby Bradley. I want to recognize my father because he is the reason that I am the man that I am. My father taught me how to be a loving husband and father. I opened the door for my beautiful wife, respect her completely, am faithful, and have never and will never do anything to harm her. When people ask, who do you work for? I tell them, Kim. This kind of respect, love, and admiration was instilled in me by my father. He also taught me how to take care of business in every way. He taught me how to do plumbing, electrical, auto mechanics, and carpentry so that, as he did, I would be able to take care of my family. Finally, he taught me how to dream. My father was a tailor who could make garments without a pattern, but worked as a cleaner. I never shall forget one Saturday morning, my father took me with him to show me the place that would soon be his cleaners. I don't know who was more excited, him or me, or maybe both of us. This dream for Dad unfortunately became a nightmare when a business partner took him for the money that he had invested, so back to the cleaners Dad went, without missing a beat, to take care of his family. I am convinced that this is why I strive so hard to make my business work, and why, by the way, I've chosen not to have a business partner. This brings me to the second person that I want to recognize, and that is my mother. Mom was a stay-at-home mom and was proud to do just that. She took care of her kids and always kept the house immaculate. When I was younger, we lived in the North Dallas projects, and when I tell you that we didn't have roaches, I'm dead serious. That's how dedicated Mom was. We later moved to Oak Cliff and bought a house. And when I tell you that we were like the Jeffersons long before the series was created, I mean it. Still, Mom was a stay-at-home mom. After Dad lost his savings trying to own his own business, Mom put down her apron at home and, in support of her husband, went to work cleaning houses for other folk. It was this kind of support of her husband that I so appreciate about Mom. And guess what? After cleaning for other folk, one would expect that our house would go lacking, but not at all. Mom had 2 jobs and never complained. My mother showed me what to look for in a wife and showed me and my siblings what love was. What I find interesting is that I don't ever remember hearing neither Mom nor Dad say, I love you. But you know what? We knew that we were. My dad died when I was a junior in high school, and I immediately jumped into those big shoes. Mom continued to work for the family, and I am blessed to still have Mom around, and I love her dearly for helping to make me the man that I am. Well, I've taken more time than I would have liked on my parents, but several others come to mind that positively impacted my life as well. My uncle Cleophas, Uncle Duck as we called him, who also showed me how to do things around the house. His wife Lucille, who made sure that we were able to get to church and to the grocery store after Dad lost his license. There was a teacher when I was in the 7th grade by the name of Clarence Williams at Bowles Story Junior High, who observed me playing around too much and hanging with the wrong crowd, had me transferred from his 2nd period class to his 4th period class where his scholars were. This move made me get serious about school, as I had been in elementary school, and also helped me to avoid the whoopings that I would have gotten from Dad, who did not play when it came to school. Wilbert Smith, my brother-in-law, who was married to my oldest sister, was a model brother-in-law. He modeled for me what a man should be, especially after my father died. I wish that I had more time, but I think that while it is important for us to honor and recognize historical figures for their accomplishments and contributions, it is equally important to do so for those who personally impacted our lives. Who was it for you? Please share your heroes and heroines with us by commenting on our blog page at www.ascrt-usa.com/blog or on Facebook. We want to hear from you because we want, hopefully, to inspire you with this video to tell about people that have impacted your life. Don't forget to share this video with everyone you know, and let's get them in on the dialogue as well. So we'll look forward to seeing you next week for another edition of Practical Assertion. And by the way, let me go ahead and get you started thinking about next week's edition, because next week we want to highlight those African Americans in our lives who impacted us spiritually. So get ready to tell us who it was in your life that helped you to come to know God and to help you in your walk. We'll talk to you next week. See you soon. Goodbye.